I'm going to be real with you today. This isn't some strategy breakdown or 5-step tutorial. This is something different. You can learn all of the indicators, you can have a decent strategy, and you can even have the best risk management. But if your mindset isn't right, none of it matters. And I know it because I've been there. There was a point where I had the perfect system: entries, exits, journaling, all of it. But I'd still lose, still overtrade, still freeze up or sell too early, and still feel like a failure on a red day. And that's when I realized it's not the system, it's me. Trading will bring out every part of you that's afraid. Afraid to miss out, afraid to be wrong, afraid to lose money, or even worse, afraid to succeed. And until you face that, you'll keep sabotaging yourself. Let me tell you something nobody talks about. The biggest mistake traders make is thinking that the problem is external, that is their setup, their broker, their screener, their indicator. But the truth is, most of the time, the problem is internal. We are addicted to instant gratification. It's not your fault, it's the world we live in today. But in trading, that addiction kills performance. I used to chase every green candle, not because I had an edge, but because I wanted to feel right, to feel in control, to feel like I knew what I was doing. But you don't control the market, but you can control yourself. And if you're constantly chasing dopamine from a big win, a green day, or a perfect entry, then you're building your identity on something that's unstable. That's why you feel anxious when you're flat. That's why you feel worthless on a red week. And that's also why you can't stop checking your P&L. So, what do you do now? You strip it back, you get brutally honest with yourself, and you realize that you're not here to win every trade. You're here to build a system and follow it. Even when it's boring, even when it hurts, and even when it doesn't work for a while. This game rewards people who can sit in discomfort, people who don't let their emotions drive their decisions, people who can zoom out. I stopped being emotional about my trades when I stopped being emotional about the outcome. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but I need to grow my account. No, you need to follow your system. Then the money comes later. But discipline, that's what makes it sustainable. Here's what helped me. I started logging off after placing a trade. No more staring at the screen, no more refreshing, and no more checking every candle. I placed my stop, set my alerts, and went on to live my life. Because in reality, once the trade is done, you have your stop loss, and you automated all of the parts that you were able to, your job is done. I also changed my charts to black and white. You think that's stupid? Try it. Red and green candle is proven to spike your dopamine. Black and white, it feels boring. And that's exactly how it should be. It should be boring, because trading is a process and not a video game. And the biggest shift, I stopped thinking of my account like it was my self-worth. See, most traders, whether they realize it or not, build their identity around the numbers on their screen. They open their platform in the morning and the first thing they see isn't just red or green. It's success or failure, validation or shame, worth or worthlessness. It's not just P&L no more. It's ego, and that's dangerous because when you tie your value to the balance in your trading account, you trade for emotional relief, not logical execution. You cut winners early to feel safe. You even trade after a loss to feel right. And you even hold garbage positions just because you can't admit that you were wrong. It's not about money anymore. It's about protecting a version of yourself that you think people respect. It's about not feeling stupid, not feeling like a failure, but that will keep you in this loop forever. Here's the truth. Your account doesn't define yourself. Your account is just a mirror. It reflects how disciplined you are, how patient you are, and how much you trust yourself. And just like a mirror, you can argue with it, but you can't clean it up. So if your account is messy right now, don't hate yourself for it. Don't throw the mirror out. Just pause, breathe, and decide that from this point forward, you'll stop thinking to prove something and start trading to follow something. A process, a routine, a long term plan. That's how you build something that lasts. Look, if you're struggling right now, I'm not here to tell you to hustle harder. I'm here to tell you that you're not broken, you're just stuck in your head, maybe. And the way out is not another indicator. It's slowing down, being honest, rebuilding your process, and also forgiving yourself for not being perfect. You don't need to be perfect to succeed in trading. You need to be consistent, you need to be focused, you need to be patient, and most of all, you need to stop making your self-worth dependent on your results. You are not your P&L, you are not your win rate, and you are not your last trade. You are a person learning a very hard skill, and you're doing better than you think. If this helps you, even a little, then you know what to do. I'm here every week. You can join the free Discord or check the link in the description for the full mentorship. But no matter what, keep going because you're closer than you think.